Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video by, me. And so today, what I'll be talking about will be my San Antonio Spurs and their state currently in the All-Star break. But the main thing I'll be talking about is, the title of the video, you've already seen it, is how Derrick White and the Spurs bench is the key to a nice playoff run. So I'll start with Derrick White, my thoughts on him, a little background, and how he's been doing this season, and I'll head to the bench and go individually on who I love on my San Antonio Spurs bench. So, Derrick White. Derrick White was drafted 2 years ago. This is his second season in the NBA. First season, he was mostly in the G League with the Austin Spurs, where he got a good amount of playing time and really matured into a better player. And if you notice, the Austin Spurs actually won the G League championship last year, so he got some nice experience in a high-level competitive game/series in the G League. So great experience for him. I loved it. And so in preseason, it was looking like he was probably gonna get some nice minutes off the bench, backing up DeJounte Murray. But in preseason, unfortunately, DeJounte Murray does go down with a torn ACL. Prayers up for him. I hope he gets better soon, and good luck to him. But yes, he goes down with a torn ACL. And it's now saying it's Derrick White. He will be the starter now. I mean, I like Derrick, and he was having a nice preseason at the time. I wasn't sure if he could live up to it quite yet, because he's still a young player. They're kind of throwing him into the fire here. But I think that's solid. And then he has a torn plantar fascia or something like that. I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know how to pronounce it or whatever. But yes, he goes down. He is injured, and he will miss. I think it was 6 weeks. He came back like 20-ish games in, And then so when he came back against the Miami Heat, and he was automatically back as the starter. And so right there, they're starting to go with the starting lineup with Bryn, White, DeRozan, Gay, and Aldridge. And I mean, I like that. It's been doing well as of late. There are some games where they get off to terrible starts, and it'd be like, wow, should we mess with it or whatever? Should we change it up? But that was when Derrick was not at his best. Either way, first game back, he scores 0 points, doesn't do much really. Second game against Houston, I was actually at this game, and he had a bit of a breakout game to me. No one else really noticed it really, but to me, he played good defense, solid offense. He had a lot of. I didn't know how good of a passer he really is, because he's really the point guard now, and that's what I was a little worried about, because I thought he's more of an off the ball kind of guy. But no, he's been doing very well at that point guard position, next to DeRozan and Bryn. And yeah, in that game, if you probably don't know, he hits a late three to essentially ice the game or give us a lead or whatever it was. But it was a big shot, and at that moment, I knew this kid could be special. At that moment, I'm like, okay, this kid can ball, and I'm loving it. I mean, but after that, he went into kind of a lull, a little. I'm not gonna say slump, but he did not have a good stretch for about 20-ish games. And then comes what most people call his breakout game, was at his hometown in Denver. He's from Denver against the Nuggets. He only scored 10 points, but he was everywhere, facilitating, defense, assisting, all that. And ever since that game forward, he's had a lot of very nice signature performances. Because really, what Derrick does so well, he's the best defender on the team with DeJounte out. He guards the best player. He's been guarding from Kyrie to Kawhi to Westbrook and Paul George. So he's been playing. I think he's done a very good job. Even against like bigger guys like Kawhi, I think he's been doing a very solid job. When he gets called up to excuse me, to defend the best player on the opposing team. Now during his bit of a lull, because I knew he was a good shooter. I saw his college highlights and preseason and summer league and stuff like that. So I knew he was a good shooter, but he was struggling early. He looked a little rusty when he came back. And ever since that Denver game, he started to find his stroke. He's hitting more threes, playing better offense, getting into the lane, making stuff happen. And it's been pretty good. I mean, he's done a hell of a job. His signature performances, he's been fabulous the last 2-ish months. Ever since that Denver game in December, he has been sensational. And his signature performance against Boston, where really he took over that game. Really, in the third quarter, he got it going, and I forgot how many he scored, but I assume it was around 15 to 20 points, let's say. And he was guarding Kyrie in that game. He did a solid job, and really he sparked the whole team, really. And they had another nice performance, but for me it was more on the defensive end against Toronto. In that game, he didn't score that much, really. He only 10-ish points, I believe. I don't have the exact stats here, but that's what I'm trying to remember. And yeah, really defending-wise, he did a hell of a job on Kawhi. Because Kawhi, first play of the game, he looked a little outmatched, and Kawhi bullied him to the post and got and one on him. Besides that, he was essentially locked up for the rest of the game. He had like 2 dunks, and that was his night, really. And he did a really good job there. He was a good job. Really, that was DeRozan's night, but he was complimentary. He just played solid, and that's what we really need from him. He's just a solid, consistent player. Shoot the 3, get you some nice points, averaging 10 points, 4 assists, and shooting 50% from the field. So he's just that solid player who can defend and score when you need him to. And in clutch situations, he has been pretty solid. He has been good. And yeah, he had another nice performance against OKC, that double overtime thriller. I mean, yeah, that was Aldridge's night. 56 points, sensational. But he threw up 23 points, hit a big 3 in the fourth quarter to take a 4-point lead. I mean, my Spurs kind of blew it there, but... And he played well in overtime. Got like 6 points in those 2 overtimes. Made a hell of a block against Jeremy Grant, which they said it was... In a 2-minute report, they said that should have been a foul, but I think it was mostly ball, so... But he would just... In this game, I saw a tweet by Skip Bayless, and we know he's a joke and all that. But I think he was kind of right here. He says, Derrick White is so good on offense, defense, facilitating, defending. He's just so good at like being the glue guy for the team that he can make the team into a true playoff contender. And that's why I'm saying that he could be the man when he gets back from his injury, because he got injured again. He's sensational. I totally believe in him. There was a time where I would have traded him for anyone when he was in that slump where I'm like, maybe this won't amount to anything. But I'm proud of him. He's really shown up. He's played very well. And in my eyes, he's emerged as the 3rd best player on the team. Now, I'll talk about one more performance. His, probably his best performance. I didn't watch the game because I was I had to go to Austin for a soccer game, but against the Brooklyn Nets, he scored 26 points, his career high. And he was big time down the stretch. I mean, you scored 26 points. That's pretty good. And I just like in a win, he was big in clutch time. And he's just a playmaker. He'll make the big plays when you need him to, and it's awesome. I totally believe in the dude, and he has true star potential. I believe. I think I might make a video later in the season or later today or whatever about how he could be a future all-star, future star. But there we go with my analysis of him, how he could help us in the playoffs when it matters most. Now for the bench. So we're running a 9-man rotation. Really, we're not the deepest team or anything like that. We're not the Spurs of yore, as they say. So 9-man rotations. We got starting lineup. We got, as I said earlier, we got Bryn, Derrick, DeRozan, Gay, and Aldridge. Coming off the bench, it's Bellinelli, Patty Mills, Bertans, and Jakob Poeltl, really. And then we'll throw in guys like Cunningham and Gasol, Walker a little bit. He's been getting a little bit more minutes. But really, it's a 9-man rotation, as they say. So 3 big guys on the bench, who I will talk about today, are Marco Bellinelli, Patty Mills, and Davis Bertans. I'll start with Patty Mills, actually. I think the lesser of the 3, but still big time. So looking at his averages, because I want to throw out the stats and how he's been doing, because I don't want to be seen as a bit of a homer, even though yes, I am a Spurs fan. But just because I am a Spurs fan, I'm not like, I don't want to be biased. Like I'm telling the fact. I want to tell the facts here. I want to be truthful. So yes, he's averaging 10 points and 44% shooting from the field. So it's just solid. I mean, not great, but off the bench, solid. He's really there for 3-point shooting, that experience, and he's really, from what I've been hearing from Pop and the team, he's really the leader of the team and the energizer, the spark off the bench, all that. So, he's there. He brings the energy off the bench. He's got that experience. He's big in clutch time. Hits those threes. He's not having a great season for any stretch of the imagination. 10 points. That's around his career averages. But when we need him the most, he does show up. He has been big time. And he just hits those timely threes, makes those big time plays when we need him to. And he's had a solid season. Just solid. Nothing too special, but solid. I've always seen him as one of the best players off the bench. And now looking at, he's been a bit inconsistent, but I still think he's been solid. Now for my next guy will be Marco Bellinelli. He's averaging 11 points and 42% shooting from the field. Okay, so these numbers are slightly skewed. And as you know, as a Spurs fan, dude has been sensational in his return. Now, earlier in the season, he was slumping too. He was still figuring out the chemistry with the team, and his shot just wasn't falling all the time. He was a bit inconsistent. But ever since when the whole team, when the Spurs started going on a bit of a run to get back into the playoff race, he's been amazing. He's been a 3-point god, honestly. 11 points, but recently he put a string together of 20-ish points, 15-ish points, where and I trust him wholeheartedly. Like his shot where he's fading to the left, fading to the right, fading forward, whatever. He makes plays all the time. Really, really good experience. And, when it matters most, I trust him as well as I trust Patty and Derrick. That's really all I have to say. Like a lot of people, I personally love him, but I can't really say too much really, because really he's there for 3-point shooting. He's amazing at that. But when you look at everything else, like not a great defender, but I love an offensive player. I'll tell you that. Now for Bertans, who is really the best player off the bench, he's emerged as our sixth man. He's averaging 8 points, and I'm averaging here, so 49% field goal percentage. Now that's not good. I'll admit that. That's not good. Those are not good stats. But he is efficient as hell. Now, early in the season, he did not get a lot of minutes. A lot of his minutes went to Dante Cunningham, which saddened me because I knew he could be I wanted him to be our starter with Bryn and I wanted it to be Bryn, DeRozan, Gay, Bertans, and Aldridge. That did not happen, obviously, with Derrick White's emergence, but he's been really good off the bench. Now, I mean, looking at the true numbers, I mean, just 8 points, not great. But looking deeper, he's number 1 in the NBA in 3-point efficiency. Number 1, and he's currently on pace for 23rd best 3-point shooting efficiency in a season of all time. 23rd ever. And for his career, he's 17th all time in 3-point percentage. He could be one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. And he's only 26. He's entering his prime. Now, when he came here, we all knew he could shoot. When he arrived in San Antonio, he was a shooter. That was his job. That's what he did. But he's really expanded as a player. You know, he's a terrible player in transition. He's terrible. He's not great dribbling. He'll just give him the ball, he'll shoot it, and he's a pretty damn good chance he'll make it. As you can see, as I have here, he's second in offensive. Second in the league in offensive efficiency. So that is sensational. So yes, he doesn't get a lot of minutes, but he's been stroking it from everywhere. And I think he's a decent defender. He's not the best. He's not even a good rebounder or anything like that. But he's just a solid defender, long, lanky. You know, he'll contest every shot you take. He'll go for the block, whatever it takes. He gets dunked on every once in a while, but he doesn't care. He'll just keep jumping. He'll keep going for it. So yes, these are the pieces that in a playoff series, these guys will make the difference. Yes, LaMarcus Aldridge is our star, and is our all-star, and DeRozan, he's been slumping too, but he's getting his week-long all-star break, so he'll come back with a vengeance. There's only there's not a lot of games left. There's 20 games left. And so we'll make the playoffs most likely, unless there's a big fallout or injuries or whatever. We're 7th in the West right now, which I don't love. But if we get matched up with Denver in the first round, I believe wholeheartedly we can beat them. They have no real experience outside of Isaiah Thomas. And yeah, I do love them, but they're too young, too inexperienced. And next season, they will be hellacious. But this season, we will get the better of them. I guarantee it. And yes, so Aldridge has been big time all season long. DeRozan has slumped the last month-ish. Ever since that Toronto game, he has been slumping pretty bad. But I believe he'll get his legs under him, and he'll turn back into that all-star level DeMar. And then Bryn, after shooting threes, being better point guard for the team. We know what I said about Derrick, Rudy Gay. He's our 4th best player, and I'm pretty good with that. He's probably 3rd best offensive player, but he's athletic, good defender really. He's a solid 3-point shooter, just decent, solid. And just an all-around solid offensive player next to Aldridge and DeRozan. Then we got Pirtle off the bench. I've not mentioned him yet, but he's had a decent season. I mean, I don't love him. Like, his ceiling is really fringe starter on the playoff team. That's really his ceiling. But I mean, he rolls hard to the rim, plays okay defense. So he's fine. He's just solid. Dante Cunningham there for some defense. Lonnie Walker could get some more minutes. I'm not sure. He's been a bit injury prone. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Spurs at the All-Star break. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go Spurs go. Go Spurs go. Good luck to the John. Just want to throw him out one more, shout him out one more time. Good luck on the torn ACL. Hope we come back better and stronger. We are supporting you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And that'll be all today. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.